Well, I am from Garland, Texas. I grew up in the Garland, Texas area, a suburb of Dallas. I grew up in a predominantly Nigerian community. So most of my friends were Nigerian. I went to a Nigerian church and parties and everything. So even though I grew up in the U.S., I grew up as a Nigerian in the U.S. Extremely thankful for that. Shaped me culturally and just blessed. I started playing sports at the age of 7. Growing up in Texas, football is really big. So I was actually playing tackle football by the time I was 7. I was greatly influenced by my older brothers. So I always wanted to do the same things that they did. My brothers were definitely one of my big sources of inspiration, them along with my parents. But yeah, I always wanted to be just like my brothers. They played football, so I played football. And, when I saw them receive scholarships to go to college, I wanted to follow suit as well. I still think that football is probably my first love just because I grew up, like I said, in Texas, and football is huge here. And like I said, my brothers were my idols, and I wanted to be just like them. So it was a tough decision, but I started getting taller, and I just felt like my career led me in a different direction. But I'm still a huge football fan. My mindset I always tell people is I went to college and I didn't have any expectations. I didn't expect to be one and done. I think that's the era that we live in now. I really just wanted to have a successful college career, and whatever happened, happened. So fortunately, I was able to get into a ideal situation that was very conducive to my development, and the rest is history. I think that by the time my junior year was finished, I had already done everything that I set out to do. And that's literally what my college coach told me as well in our exit interview. I had already been all conference 3 years in a row, and then I was Pac-10 Player of the Year. So there was really nothing left to do. I was All-American, and I guess the only thing left would have been to be National Player of the Year. But so much of that is on your team success, because if you look at it, actually, during the college basketball season 2004, 2005, during the midseason, they came out with the midseason player of the year, and I was actually the midseason player of the year. Unfortunately, our team kind of tanked towards the end of the season, but if the season would have ended at that point, I would have been the national player of the year. You are so passionate about something, like I said, being a Nigerian and being able to represent my village and all of my family members back home in Nigeria, and building something from ground up to the power that it is today is really, to me, my biggest basketball achievement and accomplishment. Growing up in the area, especially in this area, very few NBA draft picks, let alone lottery picks, and especially to be Nigerian, it was just huge. One of my idols, in addition to my brothers, was Hakeem Olajuwon, the greatest Nigerian to ever play. So to be able to watch him, try to emulate my game after him, and then be able to be drafted was huge. And plus, the look on my parents' face will always be priceless. Situation and opportunity is everything. You can drill and train and work as hard as you can, but if you're not in the ideal situation, it's going to be hard for you to thrive. And I think sometimes as young players, we don't really realize that. I think we think that our skill is always going to be able to carry us to have the type of career that we want to have, but everything comes down to situation and opportunity. It felt amazing to be a captain, to be the captain of the Nigerian national team, because like I said, being able to represent my village back home in Nigeria, being able to represent Imo State, all the Igbos, all over really, not just in Nigeria, but the ones that I grew up here. Never in a million years would I ever have imagined that I'd be able to be the captain of Nigeria, represent really 230 million people. So really one of the greatest achievements of my basketball career. Just work hard, work hard. There's no substitution for hard work. And just embrace the grind, because it's going to be tough. It's going to be harder than you could have ever imagined, but the rewards are also something that you can never imagine as well. So just grind, 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 grind. Just as a fearless competitor and just overall good guy, to be honest with you. That's how I want to be. That's how I want to be remembered. GRRR to me means endless opportunities, endless possibilities. Um, that's literally what it means to me, endless possibilities. I have applied GRRR to my life in the sense of, basketball is just one season of your life. And there's so many more things that are in store for Black Caesar and as well as Ike Diogu. So this next phase of life, um, I'm really excited for as I come closer to the end of my career. There's just so many things that I have in store that I want to do, and that's how I apply it to my life. You can expect to see a dope collaboration between GRRR and Black Caesar. Really excited to be working with EJ and his team. Obviously, the GRRR line is dope, and I'm really looking forward to bringing Black Caesar apparel to life. And you guys just got to tune in because we got some real good stuff in store.